It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Oilers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has,
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
and he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Houston.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Still going. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So here are the Bengals now in great field position to start. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage.
He's got a man complete. A Huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Oilers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
He finds his man. Complete. It's Black. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Davis now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, you're going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Davis. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Davis. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. When you look at this defense, they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is...
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fielded at about the 28. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
The numbers in last week's game for Graham: 9 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses have better focus on.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Oilers.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line. Got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try again. And this time he is in for a Houston touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Davis. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. But you look at this defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Davis now on 1st down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. It's another pass to Perriman, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone structure here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Looking to throw. Davis. And that is caught. He's caught for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Davis looking to throw on 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Here's Davis. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 4 yards out. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Houston set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 14. This to Graham on the short pass. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 3rd down and 7.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that'll hit the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort from the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Davis. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ballgame, and he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Davis. He finds his man, complete. That's Black. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll set up a throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Back to throw. Davis. And he's got his man on the out route. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
2nd down and a yard.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Black. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. look to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
3rd and 19. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a gain of 6, and that will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We begin up in the Windy City, an interconference battle between Buffalo and Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Eagles locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens, hot to begin the year as they run their record now to 3-0.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Davis. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw. Davis. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Davis. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now Davis throwing on 3rd and long. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Looking to throw. Davis. That is caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Davis now on 1st and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's 3rd and 3.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Oilers have cut it back within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Davis. He finds his man. Complete. It's Black. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Davis. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Davis. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Davis. And the pressure gets to him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. This to Graham on the short pass. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Dorsey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
That escapes the sack, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for Houston. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old Gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
69 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Davis now.
I see the surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Davis on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have
the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Second down and 6 now. Operating from the gun, Davis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Davis to throw on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Now Davis operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Houston set to take over. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A quick throw, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Back to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Back to throw now on first down. This to Graham on the short pass. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Oilers.
They'll set up to throw. It's Graham again with a catch, just like the last play. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And Graham on the grab. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Oilers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Here's 1st and 10. to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
For the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Davis now from the gun on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.